My name is Waddie. I am a blogger. My humble beginnings started in Sacramento, California. I was born in a naval base to two parents in the Navy. They divorced when I was 3 years old, and I split childhood between Los Angeles, California, but mainly in Kansas City, Kansas. So, living as a gay queer man of color, growing up in Kansas City, Kansas in particular, was where I built my strength and character, or my strong character from the strength of dealing with bullying, dealing with people who knew I was gay before I even knew I was gay. The kind of bullying experiences is probably not similar to what we read about in media. For me, I was called all the names, the F word, the sissy word, all of those words, gay. Before I even knew what those words meant, I just knew they were bad words, and I knew they were words to make me feel less than great. I was hearing those words since like 9 years old, because I grew up in a very sheltered environment. I was raised in a Baptist church, predominantly white. I attended a Baptist school, predominantly white. So being in that bubble, I was actually kind of like the bully, to be honest with you. I was the bully. I was fighting the white kids and beating them up for whatever reason. And maybe I just got a taste of my own medicine during summer camp and middle and high school, when I moved from the Baptist school arena and dealt with the kids from the hood and kids from the inner city. But regardless, it gave me strength, because I wasn't one of those who allowed those words to make me cry. For me, I still believe in that sticks and stones may break my bones mentality. So it wasn't what you would say to me, it's like, you better not touch me, because I will fight back, win or lose. Needless to say, it helped me grow up a lot, knowing that the world isn't kind. And how do I deal with sometimes a cruel world? When it comes to my sexuality, whether I was dating females or males, especially when I was dating females, when I was in my first 2 to 3 years of college, my relatives, that's when they were asking me about, like, ooh, who's your girlfriend and all those things. And I would respond back with, essentially none of your business, but I don't ask you about yours. Yeah, you might be married, and that's obvious, and I don't care. And we're not gonna talk about mine. We'll talk about, hey, how's school? How's this? How's that? The reason why I chose to do it that way was because I was still figuring out my sexuality. So my dad was the first family member I officially said the words, I'm gay. I was living back at home after college and was in a very contentious relationship with him and my stepmother. Have been for a long time, but at that was a boiling point. So I was actually doing it in the hopes of, let's just end this relationship, kick me out the house. And I mean, for me, it would have been an empowering thing, but instead he chose to say, oh, I love you, son, even though, this is not God's way. And I'm like, whatever. I said, I am, and it is what it is. But then I was like, damn, he didn't kick me out. Everybody else, as far as relatives, they knew when they knew. The only person outside of my dad that I felt like I wanted to come out as gay to, however, the most hesitant and afraid was my grandma. We never talked about sexuality or even my dating, and I just didn't want to come to her with that. I felt like she always knew. I felt that, but she gave me this genuine love that I felt like I never received from anyone. So I did not want to jeopardize that. So of anyone in the world I was afraid of coming out to was her. Unfortunately, I waited until I was at her bedside, on her deathbed, if you will, in October 2011. In 2001, October 2001. I was 25 at the time. And it was the most heart-wrenching thing that I've had to do in my life, because I just said, I cannot let her go out without me saying those words to her, because I want her to feel like she knows me rather than me feeling guilty. She's up there in heaven and she's seeing me, especially at that time, I was a bit loose. I would say the movement that I felt that I got from her, even though I don't remember what exactly it wasn't of disapproval. It might have been, maybe I already knew,